Unfiltered with Ndongo Gashane and Daniel Kariuki.
Hello there and welcome to Unfiltered, the first 2026 edition. We are grateful for your support over the past year, and we are committed to delivering bold, unbiased political and current affairs analysis. I am your host Ndongo Gashane, and today I'm joined by a guest host. Karibu bana.
Asante sana. Thank you very much, Ndongo Gashane. My name is Chris Tairu, and thank you for hosting me with together with Kiongozi here.
Yes, Kiongozi is none other than Gabriel Oguda.
Yes.
He's a public policy analyst who also worked with as the New Secretariat in 2022 when the late Raila Odinga was vying for presidency.
Correct.
And then Oguda, who is also a very serious social media activist.
Of course. He really causes so much tension on the social media platforms.
Pare kwa mtandao.
Yes.
He also worked with Opiyo Wandayi, who is the current cabinet secretary for energy when he was the leader of minority in the National Assembly. Karibu bana.
Asante sana. Greetings everyone. I believe you are beaming the show from across the country.
Yeah.
And across the world, isn't it? Because we're online, so everyone is watching us. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening from wherever you're watching us from. Today I'm in the presence of greatness. These are two journalists I've aspired to meet for the first time at least. If you see me shaking in my chair, just know that I'm still absorbing the impact of being in the presence of great men who have shaped opinion and narratives in the media space in this country from time immemorial. So thank you so much, and I believe you're going to have a good show.
But we can assure you that you're not going to be shaken because we are just going to have a candid discussion on what is happening around the country. Yeah. And some of the things that are actually happening are the issues of the coin 10 that you usually call the implementation of the 10-point agenda committee where you are a member.
Yeah.
You're also going to discuss issues about the ODM. Are we asking, is it the issue of collapsing of ODM? Is it an issue of when and not if? Or a person is going to put the last nail on the coffin of the ODM party after the death of Raila Odinga? We're also going to talk about the IEBC preparedness of conducting the 2027 general election. You seem to have, you seem to want to say something about the ODM.
The ODM thing. No, but I think you should first tell us what they've been doing at the...
Yes, the coin 10.
The coin 10.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So we need to get first things first, yeah? Mm-hmm. What is coin 10? Coin is sarafu. You see, the Kiswahili, I was watching the business nini yesterday. Kumbe coin inaitwa sarafu. Mm-hmm. Coin, which is the Kiswahili for sarafu, is an abbreviation for the committee. C is for the committee. O is overseeing. I is implementation. N is NADCO report. And 10 is the 10-point agenda. So if you hear anyone talking about the coin 10 committee, it is the committee overseeing the implementation of the NADCO report and the 10-point agenda. We are a 5-member committee appointed by then our party leader, ODM, Right Honorable Raila Odinga, because I'm still struggling to say it's the late. Some of us are still, there are five stages of grief. Bargaining, acceptance, iso. Some of us are still bargaining. We are yet to come to terms. And so we were appointed in August last year. After much thought and deliberation with His Excellency the President, because the question used to be asked, the MOU that they signed on the steps of KICC last year in March, how are we going to ensure that this MOU that you have signed is going to be implemented? What is the safeguards that we are putting in place? And so the two principles undertook to appoint a committee of 5. Our chair is Senator Dr. Agnes Zani. You know her. She's a 2-term senator. Our vice chair is Mr. Javas Bigambo. He's a friend of the media, and most people know him. One of our members is Honorable Fatuma Ibrahim Ali. She's the first Wajir woman rep 2013-2017. She's also a member. She was a former member of the East Africa Legislative Assembly in the Yala Parliament in Arusha. The other member is Mr. Kevin Kiare. You guys have interacted with him. He's the Gen Z in our committee. You guys say you are Gen Zs. We actually have a Gen Z in our committee. He's just turned 30 years old this year, and he's been teaching me a lot of things, some of which I will tell you today. And then I'm the 5th member. And so we are a 5-member committee. Our role is to oversight the implementation of the 10-point agenda that was signed in March last year.
And we know that even before the death of Raila Odinga, there was that promise that you'll deliver this report by March this year. But we've seen that the team has been dragging because we expected the team or the committee to have moved around the country. I don't know, are you facing maybe financial constraints, or what are the challenges that you're facing? Because by now Kenyans will have expected you to be on the ground and the wheel running.
Okay, I think, Tairu, that's a very important question. First of all, we want to apologize to Kenyans for taking long to come to them, because this committee is not our committee. It is their committee. They are the ones to come and tell us watupatie form. Gen Z wanasemanga mtupatie form ni gani. So we have taken time to come to them, and it is not by default or design. It is just cosmos, it's just the natural order of things. But we used to be told in high school that write a composition beginning with the title "Better Never Than Late," or "Better Late Than Never." So we are better late than never. So we are finally here. Our deadline is supposed to be in March, on the 1st anniversary of the signing of the MOU, to give Kenyans a report on the progress of the implementation. We are in January. March is 2 months away.
But you see, it's now you guys have been collecting salaries for some time now, but we expected that by now you'll already be moving on the ground. And something before even you answer that, just add these, because there have been fears that anytime you hear about your team, your committee, it's when issues are out here politically, they are hot. Political temperatures are hot. You come in to maintain or to the status quo and just to manage the situation and the political agenda on the ground, just to show that your supporters something is happening. But on the real aspect, nothing is happening.
But Ogunda says, he talks about the natural order of things. You have asked a very pertinent question on why they have not gone to the ground to correct views. He says it is because of the natural order of things. What are these natural order of things?
Natural order of things is things made from the hand of, these are beyond human control, right? That's the natural order of things.
For example,
for example, I'm supposed to come to this podcast. I was supposed to be in this podcast to tell Kenyans about our committee in August last year, immediately we were founded, isn't it?
Yes.
But I'm now here, right? Isn't it? Isn't it?
Are you facing, is there political goodwill from, let's face it, this show is actually called Unfiltered.
Oh, correct.
We do not just filter anything.
But have I filtered my statement?
No, there's something that is not answered about their team being used to maintain or to maintain and
to manage
to calm political temperatures. I don't think so. Listen, our role is professional.
Yes.
If you guys can look at it like it's a political role, I don't see it like that. I see it as we have 10 points that were signed between the two principles, right?
Yes.
And the 10 points is in the public domain. Everyone, if you have a tablet or a smartphone, you've read them.
But you can divorce this from politics.
No, it's okay. But I'm just saying, listen, this is the point. That we have 10 points on paper, right? Ours is to come to Kenyans to ask them, you people, give us feedback. After looking at the 10 points, what do you feel? Do you feel, actually, this question about political goodwill is Kenyans you should be asking, not us. Because we are also asking Kenyans these questions. Ours is to collect views. And then we come back and report that as we were going around the country and meeting stakeholders from different sectors, this is what we were told. And so, these are the recommendations we have.
So Bwana Gabriel, from the time you guys were, or the committee was established, that was August last year. What have you been doing?
Oh, yeah, okay. We've been setting up. Because the Chinese have a proverb that says, if you embark on a 100-mile journey, okay, if you want to cut a tree, you spend 90% of your time doing what? Sharpening the axe, right? Is it?
So you have been sharpening the axe.
We've been sharpening the axe. Now the axe is sharp, I can assure you. Now you see me here, because I can now face Kenyans with confidence when they ask me questions and answer. Because we've been sharpening our axe. Now our axe is sharp. I'm telling you, beginning this year, because guys are just from break. That's why you've been seeing us all over. Because now our axe is sharp.
Wait, Gabriel.
And we believe the Chinese when they say that, because now,
The last time you called for presser, I'm the one actually who came and covered that press briefing. You remember at behind some building here in Nairobi, and you told
it was a social house, you guys. We were not in a backwater building. It was a public building called the social house.
Now you told us that the public engagement was to start from, I think, October, if I'm not wrong.
Yes.
But what do you tell Kenyans from October to January?
Yeah.
You just have, I think, 1.5 months
minus the half months to prepare their report.
The report.
Yeah.
Now, Bwana Gabriel, are you telling Kenyans that everything has been good? Because if I understood Vairo's question, he was not saying that it is you guys are the one who are you are managing, trying to manage the politics or cool political temperatures. Yeah. The way I understood his question was, is it that the powers that be want to only realizes that this committee exists when the political temperatures are high? This is the point. Last week we had the ODM, the Central Management Committee meeting at Kilifi in Vipingo. And they raised...
It was 3 days ago.
3 days ago, actually, 3 days ago actually. And they raised a very serious issue, saying that the NADCO report and the MOU must be implemented. Only that, we saw your committee visiting the chief of staff, the head of public service, Mr. Felix Koske. And whenever ODM raises these issues, that is when we see the president moving speed and trying to promise that they're going to do. Do you feel that, like, not from your end, but do you think the government is giving you enough goodwill to deliver on what you are supposed to deliver? Because look at it, from August, and this is January.
What do I have to
also add about the finances? You didn't tell us about the finances. Are you being funded to do these road, the grassroots meetings?
Yeah, so let's begin with Gashane. What do I have to tell Kenyans? The last time Gashane came to us in behind some building, which I have informed you where it is, October last year, because Gashane is saying that we promised them that we were supposed to start to having stakeholder consultation with Kenyans in October. So what do I have to tell Kenyans? The promise we made to them, and yet we have not reached, we are going to them yet. I have to tell Kenyans that Kenyans, you live in Kenya, and in October last year, you know the tragedy that befell us in the country. We lost one of our key principals, Right Honorable Raila Odinga. I still have struggles calling him the late, because some of us have emotional attachment to him even in death. Immediately that tragedy happened, you know, the country was thrown into a tailspin. Everyone went into mourning. I was actually speaking to Gachani Sahi, ameniambia he knew Raila from way back. He's been voting for him. This is breaking news. He's been voting for him the time of his life. So all of us were affected by the tragedy, including the Kenyans we were supposed to visit. A lot of reorganizations were done. Some of the calls that we asked, because before we come to you, we asked you whether you are ready for us, and a lot of things were put in abeyance. And I can assure you now everyone is ready, even though people are still struggling to come to terms like I am, but work must go on. We will do the best we can within the time schedule that we allows, and we will give Kenyans the best out of this outcome. With regards to the issue about finances, where we are getting our money from, I can assure you I don't speak on behalf of the committee, I speak for myself, because if there are finances, even me, I'm affected. But you Kenyans should know that we have all the goodwill that we can get. And it is not true that we've not had any political goodwill from the two principals, even though we lost one of them.
Yes.
We have all the goodwill that we have asked for. And as you can see, we've started reaching out to Kenyans from all walks of life to come and talk to us about this.
Are we seeing a possibility of the committee requesting for an extension of your time?
I don't know. We were appointed, right? And if the two principals see it within their powers to decide the fate of our committee.
But I thought it should come from the committee itself,
Yes,
saying we
yes.
need more
So
time.
the time frames.
Because you've already raised there was an issue of the passing on of you were one of the
Which
principals,
affected,
and it affected the daily runnings of your committee.
Yeah.
Are you seeing it as a possibility of requesting for an extension of your time?
We are doing our best as a committee to take care of the time lapse that to take care of the events that we were supposed to do mid last year on the tragedy trackers. We are doing our best. We are the turnaround time, we have heightened it. We spoke as a committee and we agreed that the time that has been lost, we are going to recover. We leave the rest to Providence. But I can assure Kenyans that we will adhere to our mandate, and our mandate is very clear that by March this year, we are supposed to give them a report. So if the principals, because right now our principal from the ODM side is Senator Dr. Buru Oginga, if the principal together with the head of state sees it wise to extend our term, I have no problem. We will execute our mandate. When the time comes, we'll give Kenyans a report. I don't want to speak about any possible extension of terms right now. We want to focus on our work. Okay. Yeah.
You visited the office of the head of public service, and I believe you have also visited a few of the offices, the constitutional offices.
Yeah.
What is one thing that is coming out loud from your engagements with these government agencies and ministries and departments?
Yeah. So this is very important because we've been asked this question severally. Is the government committed to implementing the 10-point agenda? We've been asked this question severally. And I'm sure, the only thing we do after we have these meetings is to tell you whatever we discussed. But I can assure you, and I'm sure I speak on behalf of our committee as well, that every door we have knocked, every door that has been opened to us, we have been welcomed. We have been given the necessary support. The head of public service himself committed in word and in deed that he will do everything he can to ensure that the 10-point agenda is implemented. He told us himself. And I believe his word is his bond. We usually say on the streets here, that my word is my bond, right? With me, I believe, because your word, Gashani, if you talk to me, when you tell me something, you made a promise to me, I believe your word. Yes. And you can already see that his word is his bond. We hope to continue in the same trajectory. The political goodwill is there. And we are going to discharge our mandate as per the
Do you see a scenario or a possibility of getting views from, because I believe you have already started receiving views from these government agencies. Yeah. Do you see a possibility of this committee recommending a referendum?
So we've started receiving views. There's a team compiling the views. They're coming in the form of memoranda.
Yes.
Right? We are yet to get to the part where we are going through each and every view via tooth comb. Like I've told you, this is a Kenyan-led process. We are going to collect a report and we are going to make recommendations based on feedback from Kenyans. I mean, I don't want to comment about anything about referendum right now because I think we'll be putting the cart before the horse. Because we first have to reach each and every nook and cranny of the country so that everyone will feel that their voices was heard. After that, then we can come and filter the responses in which now we can make recommendations based on, because me, I'm a researcher by training. Yeah. I know, I'm an anthropologist, by the way. We did not begin by introducing ourselves on what we studied in school. Some of us went to good schools, but we'll not get to that now. I'm an anthropologist by training, and I believe that research, evidence-based research, and these committees are taking evidence-based research work by collecting views from each and every nook and cranny of the country. When the time comes, I don't know what recommendations Kenyans will give us, but we'll tell Kenyans what they told us. It will be called validation. We'll be asking Kenyans, does this report reflect your views? If they do, then yes. Let's give you what you want. There's a reggae song that says we give them what they want. We give them. We give them what they want, right? If Kenyans want referendum, we give them.
Okay.
Yeah, but we'll make recommendations based on their views. And I feel that is the mandate of our committee, is to shepherd the process. Right.
I think maybe moving forward, looking at the 10-point agenda, there was one, I think it's point number 2 on inclusivity.
Yeah.
When you talk about inclusivity, I'm very sure both the political parties and the two main political parties that have been involved in these, the 10-point agenda and the principles, we saw that ODM held their Central Management Committee. That was on Monday. And or yesterday we saw UDA holding its own National Executive Committee meeting. From this inclusivity, from where you see it, without blinking an eye, it's about power sharing. And I'd like you to come openly and tell us, what do you foresee here ahead in terms of these political parties coming to the table, and this is the cake, saying we need this position, so that we can support you. Okay. And we've seen that ODM has also been pushing to have a running mate to the president, so that they can assure the president of his full support. What do you take of it?
Good. So, it is important that Chris Dairu has talked about point number 2 on the MOU that was signed between the two principals. So let me read it. Inclusivity in all spheres of public life. These are the words of the two principles. They are not my words. I'm reading the MOU. Kenya belongs to all persons regardless of their ethnicity, religion, generation, or geographic location. All Kenyans are equal and all are entitled to an equitable budgetary resource allocation and opportunities in public appointments. Further, though the Constitution of Kenya is clear on the rights of minorities and marginalized people in the country, not enough has been done almost 15 years later to uphold these rights by fully implementing the provisions of the Constitution. So now let me get to Chris Dairu's point. As you can see here, the two principles were categorical. That if we are supposed to address historical injustices in this country, we must address the issue of inclusivity in public appointments. What do they mean by this? We've had cases from time immemorial where, when it comes to public appointments, there's some ethnic communities benefit much more than others. These are politically inclined. People just distribute slots based on religion, generation, ethnicity, or geographical location. But the two principals, for the first time, have put this hot button issue at the core of progress in this country. They have acknowledged that for us to move forward, as a united social fabric, we must ensure that even those Kenyans who are hitherto felt disenfranchised also feel part and parcel of the country. And how do we do that? By making John Mbadi the first cabinet minister for finance from the other side of the country. We've never seen it before. By the way, when we go, listen, we met him today in the morning. We had a meeting with the finance minister today in the morning. These things are at the core of government. He told us, do not look at the MOU. He told us. I'm now telling you what he told us. The finance minister of the county told us, don't look at that MOU in letter only. Look at it in spirit. Because some of these things are embedded at the core functions of government. Even in government, for the first time, people now feel that this government, we are part and parcel. This government speaks for us. I can associate myself with this country. Because Raila Odinga, akipewa slots 14. You remember when he was given 14 slots at PSS? You remember what he did? He only gave 4 slots to Luos. You guys know, when the ODM were given 14 slots to fill, their principal secretaries, the only 4 were given to Luos. The rest were distributed. But for the first time, we have a member of the Ajuran community in Wajir. There's a community, the most predominant community in Wajir is called Degodia. You know? Every time they vote, ni Degodia ndio wako majority, so tyranny of numbers. Raila Odinga, in his wisdom, gave a certain marginalized community in Wajir called the Ajuran principal secretary post my brother. Those guys, you know what happened? When they heard in the news, they went on the streets of Wajir town thanking Raila Odinga for remembering us.
But Gabriel.
Unanishika?
Nakuelewa kabisa.
So,
Kabisa.
if you, the 10-point agenda, especially if you're a minority group,
Yes.
and you are marginalized, please, the 10-point agenda exists for you also.
Now, this agreement, for avoidance of doubt, was between two parties, two political parties. It was between ODM and UDA. And when the Hero talks about power, you have actually overemphasized that it is basically because the two parties are just talking about power, sharing. And, sorry, you have said it clearly that when Raila Odinga was given positions, so positions are now being distributed to Raila Odinga and his party. The people you are referring to as the Godia in Wajir, the only reason that particular member from that community was appointed to the position of principal secretary was because he was a member of ODM. Right? Because you have said when Raila Odinga was given these positions. Now, the reason why John Bali, the reason why money slips in Sindo. I was looking for that one. The reason why money slips in Sindo. The reason why Opiwandai is energy CS. The reason why Joho is the mining and blue economy CS. It is because he is a member of ODM, right? So, and we have a rejoinder, the current principal of the coin 10, that is Oburu Odinga. Juzi, on Sunday, he said, we are going to negotiate for our share. He referred to what he's going to negotiate for us, share. And you remember about the shareholding, the politics of shareholding, with the guy who has been labeled the chief treasurist of this country. One of the reasons for his impeachment was actually the issue of shareholding. And then Oburu Odinga comes and says that ODM is going to demand and negotiate for its share. And by the way, one of its demands is the position of the deputy president. But how is the coming together of two political parties helping the country, which has over 90 political parties?
This is my understanding of the coming together of two political parties. This is my understanding. My understanding is this, that both the UDA party and the ODM party are national parties. That is my understanding. That the Orange Democratic Movement has supporters in Kakamega County, Busia County, Bungoma County, Trans Nzoia County, Baringo County, Kisumu County, Mombasa County, Kwale County, Wajir County, Samburu County. We have ODM supporters all over. My understanding of UDA is as well, that UDA is a national party, where the hopes and aspirations of Kenyans find themselves in the manifestos of these two parties. Even though you might have supported Wajakoya, for example, for president, or Waiga, what was he called? The Mwaure guy. Mwaure. However, sorry, Mr. Waiga Mwaure. Even though you might have supported Wajakoya, however, if you interrogated the manifesto of ODM or Azimio at that time, and Kenya Kwanza or UDA at that time, you found your hopes and aspirations in either of the manifestos, to trust either of the principles, to shepherd to carry forward your aspiration in form of implementation. So, for example, if the two parties were to come together, you could see your aspiration, even though your Wajakoya did not win, you could see a part of the ODM manifesto was addressing a critical concern for you. And so, ODM, your domicile, your open aspiration is the ODM party. And so on with the UDA party. So, me, the way I see ODM and UDA, I don't see them as Raila Odinga party or William Ruto party. I see them as national parties. Where, even if you did not vote for William Ruto, and you voted for Raila Odinga, the ODM side can shepherd your hopes and aspirations.
But
or if you did not vote
about the members who belong to Wiper, DCP?
Yes.
What about Kenyans who also belong to Kenya Moja? You know Kenya Moja Alliance?
Kenya Moja, see, that's a bus company, am? A bus company, not a Kenya Moja. No,
what about Kenyans who believe that their aspirations and their trust is on Sifuna and Amisi, who now belong to a political alliance called Kenya Moja. What about those others who think that Democracy for Citizens Party?
For as long as
but
I
now
know,
you guys are only taking advantage of the interests of two political groupings. What about other political
Gashani,
groupings?
I have told you. Look, you have talked about Edwin Sifuna.
Yes.
For as long as I know, he's still the bona fide Secretary General of the ODM party. For as long as I know, and he is my Secretary General. I'm honest with you.
Yes.
So that when I meet him at Chungwa House, I recognize his office, and I know that this MOU iko kwa roho yake, because he was part and a parcel of the shepherding of this process. And so, whether there are outfits out there that are coming out of the two political parties, I can assure you that the original intention of the two parties is to carry forward everyone along. Because even if we might have political disagreements within, because there are people who are supporting political vote or whatever, but we all agree that at the time this MOU was being signed, Chris Dairu, all of us were happy and excited that for the first time, we have two, at that time, antagonistic political forces coming together to quieten the tension. You remember? To quieten the tension and to bring people back to sober discussions on what afflicts our country. Now, regardless of which political party you are supporting at that time, we all agreed that this MOU was necessary. So the question you should be asking, Gashane, is, was the MOU necessary?
That is where ODM entered the government through the back door.
You see, listen, his studio, but you guys, viewers, his studio kuna doors. Kuna doors. Kuna door ya front door yenye nimeingia, na nimeona kuna back door kwa his studio. How you enter into this studio doesn't matter. Mimi niko hapa. Don't ask me nimeingia his studio aje. Mimi nimeingia his studio. So, the fact of the matter is, niko kwa his studio. Nimeingia na front door ama back door. Does it matter? Si niko na wewe hapa, I'm talking to Kenyans.
No, so, it matters because the people who are criticizing or who are harsh critics of this administration says that Ruto became what he hated most. Remember the handshake of the late Raila Odinga with Uhuru Kenyatta? Ruto used to say that he is interested to uplift the lives of Kenyans through the so-called bottom-up economic agenda.
Yeah.
And he said he cannot tolerate a person who is not voted for or elected to access government through the back door. And then when I hear Oburu saying that we got to this government through accident, you get? He says tuliingilia kwa dirisha. Now he goes ahead to say that 2027 tutaingilia hii serikali kwa mlango. Now, is this committee a spanner boy to ensure that ODM now gets to the government through the door?
The correct door.
So you see, you've asked me about the president and what he said to his supporters for them to vote for him.
Yes.
I did not vote for him. You know. So, if the supporters who voted for him, if supporters voted for him wakamweka, right, are support the MOU, I believe they know him better than us, right? So wanamjua better than us. So I believe we should listen to them when they tell us we believe the MOU came at the right time, and we are here to help them shepherd the process so that we can get the outcome that all Kenyans desire of.
Now,
actually, he's talked about a right thing about listening. And I was thinking when I'm seated here, when he talked about listening, you are a member of ODM.
Yes.
And I'm sure you're a life member of ODM. I'm not sure about the life member, but I remember.
What is the other option? Being a dead member.
But you know, there are those who are.
You're the life member.
There are those who.
they are life member. There's a platinum.
There's a platinum.
There is ordinary member.
There's a golden member. So,
you know these things.
Let me tell you. Let me tell you guys. Let me tell you guys. I actually believe that all the members of ODM loved the party in equal measure.
All members.
I'm saying, if you're a member of the ODM, you love the party in equal measure. You know that slogan that says makes us equal as no equal. Ilikuwa the slogan ya pombe ama? There used to be a slogan. So the ODM party, I believe, makes us all equal by virtue of our being members, because It is a members club. You chose to belong there. So Mimi, I don't subscribe to these things. You are writing at kama wewe sila memos iniongeleshe.
So now you're a member, yes.
Yeah.
But actually, I was not really focusing on that about the member. But being a member of ODM, I am very sure you know about the D, what it stands for. And you've talked about you are here as a member
stands
of
for democracy.
Thank you. And do you think that in that party right now there's democracy? Are you giving the people who have a contrary opinion time to listen? You've told us you're a listening
a listening, caring committee.
Thank you. Are you listening to the divergent views of those who are coming to you and telling you that maybe this is the direction that the party might be wanting to take? And on that, you can tie it with the fact that, and I'd like you to be open and candid because this is unfiltered. I was somewhere and I got information that heading forward, it will be very hard for the Secretary General of ODM, Edwin Sifuna, to attend ODM meetings, noting that there are goons who have been planted to oust him the Magerel way.
Oh, is that so?
I just wanted you to confirm whether you know that that info. It's something that I overheard, and I talk with people and politicians and the sources. I would like you also to tell us maybe you've heard or maybe you've not heard,
in this country there are sources, SOURCE, then there are sources like tomato sauce. So please, Chris Dairu, don't listen to sources. Listen to sources. Now I am a source, right? Sasa mimi ni source, this is source, this is source, meaning source. I can assure you that I have not had or encountered or come across any idea in mind, even having been bred by somebody or whispered that there are plans to do whatever you guys are saying that our party is going to do. I have not heard. If you have heard, mimi sijasikia.
But I can confirm to you that during the Kilifi, the Vipingo meeting, there were, when the party leader was addressing, there were people at the background saying, Sifuna must go. Sifuna must go. And even the party leader had to interject.
Sasa waje nikuulize Tairu, wewe. Saizi wewe nikisema Tairu must go. See, you ask me where I want to go.
Lakini sinasema that's the trajectory that will take.
No.
Even when we know the trajectory that and I started by the D in the ODM. Nowadays is silent.
No. Me I believe. You know, my idea of a political party is this: that we might have. There's a reggae song. I know me, I'm a reggae fan. We might have differences in opinion, but we still ja people. Strong belief in religion. We still ja people. That's Glenn Washington. We are still the member. We are still Raila's people.
Thank you.
We might have differences in opinion, but we are still Raila's people. Strong beliefs in religion or ideologies, but we are still Raila's people. I believe the Central Management Committee of the ODM party are well versed. They receive intel. I believe it is my considered view that we let them do their job. We might have different opinion, but the Dean ODM is still alive.
Let me ask you this question. I may not have some sources like my elder brother here.
You need sources.
But one thing I know, and also you also know, is that the faction, because ODM now has factions. We have a faction that is supporting the broad-based arrangement, and there is another faction that is opposed to the broad-based government. That faction that is anti-broad-based government is led by, unfortunately, the party's Secretary General, Edwin Sifuna. It also have some other leaders like Kare Bamisi and some others. Coincidentally, the people who attended, the members of the Central Management Committee who attended the Vipingo meeting in Kilifi are the pro-broad-based government. Again yesterday, the pro-government leaders, the pro-government ODM leaders are the one who are in Kibla. In fact, one of I think MCA, one of the MCAs addressed the crowd and said, nobody is going to be allowed to address this rally if he does not support the broad-based arrangement. So when Dairu talks about the D in ODM, and I also noticed that this idea of the pre-election pact or the pre-election talks between the ODM and UDA, on the part of ODM, it is being driven by the pro-broad-based leaders and not the anti-broad-based leaders. So the question now arises, do you think as a member of ODM, who actually defended it with might, Paris social media, X and everything.
Chama kubwa. Chama kubwa siku zote. Hebu sema chama kubwa siku zote.
Now, do you think the ODM ought to have focused on addressing the internal wrangles as opposed to rushing to engage the UDA in the pre-election talks?
You know, I know what you're asking me.
What am I asking?
You're asking me to say here whether the pro-broad-based or the anti-broad-based are the guys running the party, Ama?
No, that is not my question.
But that is open.
It is.
It's
that's
not even that. That's
no, listen.
That's not my listen. That's my. You know, I have asked you a very direct question.
I have told you the party ni moja. Ona? Ndovu ni kuu. Chama ni moja. Chama ni moja. As for long as I know, both pro-broad-based and anti-broad-based wing of the party, they're all members of ODM, right?
That's okay.
Honor, there
okay.
might have been sentiment here and there about whether the dean ODM is alive or dead, vile unasema. Mimi nakwambia, for as long as I know, as a member of ODM party, mimi, I have not seen or heard any intention whatsoever. Unajua, ukianza kusikiza bana, you know, Jacom used to say, you know, one of the reasons why I napendaga Jacom sana, because me I still don't believe he's dead. Jacom used to say, kazi yao ni kubweka tu. Si unakumbuka anasemanga hivyo?
Yes,
Yeye ni kubweka tu. Bweka tu.
Tutapatana huko mbele.
Bweka tu
tutapatana.
Bweka tu. Unaona? That is Jacom for you. Jacom's party allowed for watu to bweka tu. Bweka tu. Hata wewe kama ni bodi wewe bweka tu.
But now there is a new party leader who says if you are not interested with the ODM, leave.
Go.
No.
You know, that's what the party leader said yesterday.
That was the message yesterday.
You see listen. As you know me, I'm answering the question whether somebody is anaenda kutolewa kwa chama. Listen. Chama, no, listen. Mimi kama mtu wa chama, I believe when the ideologies of the party are diametrically opposite to your ideologies, ukifeel. Because I told you, for so long as I know, being a ODM is a members club, right? Where ukifeel bwana, the reason that I joined as a member is no longer tenable. Mimi. I will tell you what I will do, me as a person. I'll speak for myself.
So do I change my ideology and my belief so that I can fit where you want me to fit?
I was about to say, the day I feel that the reason why I joined ODM is no longer tenable. Mimi.
You leave.
Nitaingia UDA ama niingia. Unasema hiyo ni gani hiyo ile nyingine? Ile chama nyingine umesema?
Kenya moja.
The day I feel, the reason I joined ODM is no longer tenable.
You leave.
Mimi sitabweka tu.
But you see, such a statement really tells you that I'm not ready to entertain your divergence.
Exactly.
Who? No, I'm saying as a member.
You're not accommodating me. You're supposed to tell me, let's come to the table. Let's agree. Uwe shida yako ni nini? Can we meet at the middle so tujue mimi nafaa pia mimi I sit some ground
Chris,
where you sit some ground or politics that don't work like that.
Mimi because political parties are members clubs.
Yes.
Mimi, I'm speaking for myself. I'm not speaking for anyone. No one has sent me here. Nimesema mimi kama member wa chama wa ODM.
Okay,
ile siku nitajihisi hata bana boss hata in marriages bana listen in marriages spouses are advised ona wanacheka in marriages spouses are advised ona you know me I believe in the concept of divorce mimi I don't believe ati ukufe hapo ati ukiona ati ujamaa anakunyanyasa sana ati you are advised ati wewe vumilia ukufe hapo bro do not die bana.
So in short,
we need you alive. You are only useful to us when you are alive.
Feels that ODM no longer accepts or tolerates his views. Yes.
Nitatoka.
That's a divergent view. That's your personal view.
See, that's what I'm saying. I can only speak for myself. Because you've asked me in my capacity as a member of ODM.
So do you think the party leader was right saying that whoever feels that he's no longer the principles and the ideologies of ODM does no longer associates with him, with those ideologies should leave? Do you think that was right?
But I have told you, he doesn't need to say it, but I have told you. He doesn't need to say it. Boss, kama una feel, hapa Standard Media Group bana, watu wanakufinya, why do you keep staying
Actually,
here?
he's just rubber stamping that statement by the party leader.
No, mimi nasema mimi, but the party leader is like my owner. Listen, you see.
But you see, the difference between you and party leader, you have said, no, umesema vizuri sana. Mimi ni kihisi.
Yes. Mimi. Yes.
The first.
Yes.
Inaitwa the first.
First signs.
The first singular.
Yes.
You know, see, you are not talking on behalf of any other person. Mimi kama Oguda, nikisikia. But now, that is not my question. The question I have for you is, do you think the party leader, who should have a reconciliatory tone, who should welcome the unifying factor, the person like Baba, who used to say, wewe bweka tu, is your democratic right. That's what Baba used to say, right? This is a leader who is saying, ukichoka we tembea.
Sasa mimi nasema.
So do you think as a member of ODM, the party should have a leader who is more uniting, who is using the principle of gather one, gather all, scatter none. Do you think the remarks by your party leader amounts to that principle?
Mimi nasema hivi. Because the party leader also represents me. As a member of the ODM, you know, there will be no party leader without the members.
Yes,
Listen,
yes.
Mimi ni member. Wacha niongee kama member. Because mimi si official wa chama. So mimi sitasema ati mimi ni official wa mimi si official. Kama member, ile siku nitahisi. I'm serious.
I'm asking whether you feel
Boss,
the party leader ought to speak in a way he speaks.
sasa tafuta member mwingine wa ODM,
But
muulize
he
hiyo.
rubber
Mimi
stamps
nasema
his,
kama mimi.
he rubber stamps his party leader's
No,
statement.
mimi wewe tafuta member. Mimi nasema kama, you know, I can only speak for myself. Honor, I agree with the party leader because
You agree with the
he's
party
honor,
leader.
he's like me. Mimi, by the way, what the party leader is essentially saying,
Yes.
Oguda, hii kitu bana ni kama wewe au feel kama unataka kuwa hapa, si ndio? Essentially, that's what I'm saying.
Yes.
So, I am like, but ni ukweli. Kama mimi Oguda na feel, hii party, the reason why I joined INISAV, why am I there? Unanishika? So, mimi, he doesn't need to tell me.
You have actually responded to my question.
He doesn't need to
You
tell
have
me.
actually responded to my
Actually,
question.
and that's very that's actually his response to.
He doesn't need to tell me, me I will leave.
I was telling you, he was rubber stamping that the statement by
No, but
by
I've
the
said
party leader.
he doesn't need to tell me, Mimi, I leave. By the way, I don't need to hear the inside.
the
The
only
worry, the
response.
worry will be where does this leave the people who have a divergent view from the majority, or it's the majority have their way, but the minority must be, or at least they must.
Honor, you
have
see,
their
you
say.
see, you guys, what you guys are doing, you are comparing the leadership styles. Yeah, Dr. Oburu Oginga and the brothers, you know.
So you agree, Oburu Odinga does
No,
not fit
we
into...
relax. Wewe msote nimalize bro. Msote nimalize.
Okay.
Honor. Listen,
Yes.
I keep giving guys this example. When Bob Kolimo died, the founder of Safaricom, or is it the founder or the founder CEO? It was Michael Joseph, then Bob Kolimo.
Yes.
But Bob Kolimo is the one who made Safaricom in his own image. Like, some of us still think the CEO of Safaricom is Bob Kolimo. When Bob Kolimo died, there are people in Safaricom, I cannot tell you, who left Safaricom because they did not know how to live without Bob Kolimo at Safaricom. I'm telling you. So,
You've answered my question.
so in ODM, it's also like that, the way I'm seeing it. Kuna watu wenye they're still stuck in the past, wanangojea Bob Kolimo mwenye hayuko bro. Right? I'm telling you. So mimi, my advice is this.
Are they feeling that they are being given a raw deal?
No, ona kama mimi. Let me give you my example. Si mimi, nilikuwa napenda Jacob bana, me I still think he's alive. When Jacob died bana, mimi, bana bro, the way I feel about Jacob's death ban, I cannot talk about it. But this is the new reality. We no longer have him. We would have wished he was here with us. Right? So me, Chris Dairu, I can assure you, Oburu Odinga and the brother are not the same people. And you know, me, the way I see it is, he should be given the maximum support.
Okay.
Because these are uncharted waters.
Yeah.
No one envisioned a situation where Jacob would have left us. Let us give him support. Instead of criticizing him, let us give him support. But you cannot, listen, I believe as you criticize somebody, also support him. You know, kuna mtu mwenye anakucritizing Dhairu. I'm sure you have friends who anakukriticize, lakini pia unajua huyu jamaa ananicriticize and is positive because anipatianga support pia mimi. Kuna some musician from Lula anaitwa nani? Anaitwa Dola Kabari. Aliimbanga song inaitwa Jomadongo Budha to Gipuonja. Walter Budha to Yoya Gichiento Puonja. Like he was singing about friends like you who only see the wrong my party leader is doing, lakini hautaki because wewe umesema you love Raila to death. Kwa nini wewe hizi ideas uko nazo? Kwa nini bwana usituletee sisi tumpatie?
No, we are just trying to try and bring the things on the fore.
Mimi, I'd rather focus on how can we help Dr. Oburu Oginga
there are people who feel
shepherd us through this process.
There are people who feel that Okuda is a stooge, and he has been praised there by President William Ruto to advance his interests. And a case in, we even had when they were in Mombasa celebrating the 20th, I think, anniversary. The daughter of Raila Odinga, Winnie, saying that the leadership of the party.
But who's a stooge, me or the party leader?
No, I'm
Oburu.
saying there are people who feel
that me am a stooge.
No,
not you.
There are people who feel that Dr. Oginga, the party leader, is a stooge placed there as a party leader of ODM by President William Ruto to advance his political interests. There are people who feel that way. So? There are people who feel that way. And
you feel so?
I think he's coming from the platform that we saw Winnie saying that ODM party was not born in a boardroom and it will not be discussed like a pillow talk.
And she went ahead and said the leadership of the party should be determined through a national delegates conference. And in our story, by the way, today, I actually did a story about ODM and which way ODM, and some of the leaders feel that Dr. Oginga is only serving the interests of President William Ruto. And therefore, the reason why some people are reserved, even within ODM...
No, but why would they feel like that?
I don't know, but they believe that the structures, the ODM structures that were that have been in place for over 20 years, there were deputy party leaders, I think 3 of them, the SG, they thought that the party needed a strong energy, a new reserve of life, as opposed to Dr. Oginga, who is old and wise, but they felt that the party needed a little bit stronger person. And probably that's what informed Winnie, because Winnie said that they needed the leadership of the party to be determined by the National Delegates Council.
Just give me an example of Babu Owino versus Oburu Odinga.
No, but let me ask you. I thought the process of electing Oburu as the now our party leader was in the open. We know who were in the room when the decision was made. I don't think William Ruto was in the room, was he?
They are part of the 2-term.
No, I'm asking you. No, you see, because these things are grave to me, by the way. Because I believe that the day the decision was made, that Dr. Oburu Oginga act before the confirmation in Mombasa, the people who were in the room were ODM officials, right? So I don't know where this thing is coming from. Like what was the president doing?
I think his question is coming from the aspect that this question, in politics, it's all about perspective and options and options. It's about the perception out there, and what you see is what you carry home.
Yes.
For instance, I'll take you through during Raila Odinga's birthday. That was, I think, on Wednesday last week. We saw that there were separate functions to mark Raila Odinga's the commemoration. That is the 81st.
Yes.
And apparently it happened that the widow to Raila Odinga, that's Mama Ida Odinga, she was at her current home, and she happened to invite Edwin Sifuna as the Secretary General of ODM. And apparently missing in action were members of ODM who support William Ruto.
Coincidentally
who support William Ruto. And we've just said that politics is all about perception. I don't know what you carry out there, because even Mama Ida Odinga went ahead and hugged Sifuna while she was greeting the other guests by hand. What do you take of that and the perception that Ida Odinga is the person who up to now has stopped the ejection of Edwin Sifuna as the Secretary General of ODM?
So you have raised 2 issues here, and I want us to be, because they're clear and distinct. One is the team that went for the birthday at Kararapon in Karen when we were commemorating Jacom's 81st. Because me, according to me, Jakufa. So I saw some people saying 80 plus 1. Me, in 81st. Jacom will live in our house forever at Akua. Mpaka ile sekunda we continue celebrating. So the team, because you have made an insinuation here that is not correct, so I want to correct it. The team that went to Kararapon was not composed of only those who would not support the re-election of the president, at least in public. Look, I saw George Aladwa there. George Aladwa. I saw him. Didn't you see him? According to you, because when umesema kuna sources, according to you, George Aladwa ni tuta mama one time.
Go ahead, he's a Nairobi, he's the ODM
so
chair.
I've asked you,
He's
because unajua amesema ati those who went there ni watu wenye.
No, I think it's the we know the people, we know the people who
most of them
who are
majority.
the high ranking proponents of the two term. You know,
In my view,
you know what I'm saying.
in my view, the team that went to Kararapon for the birthday were Nairobi leaders from both sides of the divide. Nairobi leaders how? Listen, all the members of parliament of Nairobi. I saw Jalango there. I saw Nani. I saw Luoch there. I saw this lady Tabitha Mutinda. She votes. She caucuses with the Nairobi delegation. You know, in the Senate. I saw Karen Nyamu there, right? Karen Nyamu is not a member of ODM for as long as I know, but she was there, right? So, you know me, I'd rather we focus on the intent. The intent was they went there to celebrate the birthday with Mama, right? And I don't want to read into politics because I can assure you, if I were Mama, because she said it herself, Mama alipigia Sifuna simu, si alisema, akamwambia in her own words, I think you deserve some love, sindio? Yes. You deserve some hugs, sindio?
Hug, yeah.
She's the one who said it, and Sifuna confirmed that Mama alisema, aliniambia, I think you deserve some hug. I think based on the thing that happened last week, the previous week, sindio? Even you.
Politically, what do you read about that?
Listen, as a mother, because you know mothers have instincts. My mother has instincts. I don't know about your mother, but my mother has instincts. As a
mother, can you divorce this about the mother? We're talking about its politics.
No, listen. As a mother,
optics,
listen, even
political
me, I
optics.
believe, if Mama Ida saw me going through turbulent waters as a person, she will feel for me because she's now a mother. She's mama. She's main pain. She's mother. But then Mama Ida is also your mother. Trust me. Bana, you should meet Mama Ida, bana. She means well for you. Like the way we used to call Jacob Baba. Now Mama Ida is now your mama for real. So when she saw Edwin Sifuna struggling, I am sure as a mother, hata yeye kuna kitu limuingia.
So you're confirming yeye ndio amemwekelea hapo mpaka
No, listen. The motherly instincts, according to me, kicked in. Even you, Chris Dairu, even you, if you are in problems, go to Mama Ida Bana. She will give you a hug. I'm telling you. I'm honest.
But
she's a mother for all of us.
I agree with Oguda here. But on this point, that Mama Ida realized that Sifuna is undergoing serious turbulence and he needed a hug.
Yeah.
But this is the point. The turbulence that Sifuna was swimming into is a creation of who? A faction within ODM that is pro-broad-based government.
No, Bana, listen. Gashani, let me ask you.
No. Is that true?
Gashani, let me ask you. Say you stand up size, no?
Yes.
If you call Mama Ida today, I told Mama Ida, akinateseka bana hapa kwa kazi yangu bana.
But is Mama Ida who called?
No, listen, because it is the public domain. Yes. I'm a Gionnaire. As I told you, mother with these things, Mama Ida might not know about your problems as because I find kazi hapa. Na wewe hauko kwa you write about us, you don't write about yourself. So, ukimpigia, akanajua ukimpigia, mwambie mama, I am going through difficult times. Let me tell you. She will
now,
call you.
tuko hapa. I appreciate that.
Actually, before maybe move even before
by that, you know, time has gone. My brother, we only have 2 minutes.
One term or two term.
Yeah?
Yes? Do you think Mama Ida supports one or two term?
Mama Ida supports all of us who are going through difficult times. If you're in one term and you're going through difficult times, Mama Ida will give you a hug. If you're in 2 term going through difficult times, Mama Ida will give you an hug. I'm telling you. And difficult times are issue based. Maybe haujalipa rent, na uko na njaa mahali, Mama Ida will welcome you and give you a hug.
Thank you. Now, time is actually not on our side. We only have 1 minute, and we are going to use this 1 minute for you to give us your final thoughts.
Yeah.
Because there are some other topics that we intend to discuss, but due to time limits, we're not going to discuss. So, what are your final thoughts on all the issues that we have discussed today?
My final thoughts is that I think let's not read too much. You see, for a long time we've let politics decide the trajectory our country is taking, and for the first time, I want to encourage Kenyans. let us focus on the issues that affect us, the common person. Because whether you are supporting 1 term or 2 term or no term or quarter term or whatever term, a half term, the bottom line is, if you are supporting 1 term and you are struggling, the truth is you need to first of all see how you can get out of that struggle. Because what will be the use of your 1 term slogan if you don't get to 2027? Chris Dairu, what will be the use? And that's why our committee was formed to oversee, to ensure that the implementation of the 10-point agenda is up to the T. Because the 10-point agenda are issues that affected the common person at the time the MOU was being signed. So, as we discuss politics, let us also discuss the 10-point agenda with regards to what is the progress of implementation and what are the bottlenecks we are facing as a committee. How can Kenyans help us shepherd the process so that eventually, when everything is said and done, we come all of us as winners out of it, right? So Kenyans, let's come back to the issues. Politics itakuja na itaenda, vile inakujanga na inaenda. If your issue remains the same, na politics inakuja ikienda, then why don't you come and we discuss the issues? Tuache politics, wacha ikuja ikienda tu, ikienda it's easy to discuss issues. Okay. So I urge you, very soon we are sending out a public call for memoranda from everyone. Please write to us. The 10-point agenda is in the public domain. We will share with you the MOU so that you can read it for yourself and see where you belong there. Please come and articulate your issues before us. We will give you all the maximum support as you have given us. And we can assure you that when the time comes, we will represent your views to the powers that be so that we move this country together as we go forward.
Dairu?
What I would maybe my comment, or maybe just a question before Gashane closes. Do you have faith that the current IBC will deliver a free and fair election?
The committee is going to meet the IBC very soon, and I'm going to ask that question on your behalf.
Okay, Gashane,
but you know, Chris,
yeah?
My mother always says, if faith, because you asked whether I have faith, if faith can move mountains, what can Chris do?
we know that Baba always had an issue with the electoral body. I hope that now this time round, even when he's resting there, the people who are mandated to handle the 2027 general election, of course, will make him proud.
Thank you guys so much. Because you are a friend of Baba, you confirmed to me. Any podcast is a friend of Baba, I am their friend. So the Unfiltered podcast, I am your friend. Call me anytime, my brother.
Thank you
I am
so
free as from my committee. Asante sana.
Until next week, I am Dongo Gashane, guys. Goodbye.
Thank you.
Unfiltered with Ndongo Gashane and Daniel Kariuki.